I clean my damn thing.
Hey guys, hope you guys are all doing well. As you can see, me and Ryan are here. We're waiting for Tom. But
Hi guys.
Bruh, straight in with the intro.
Yes.
But yeah, hopefully you guys are all doing well. And yeah, man, we're here for another show. And this one's gonna be a good one, most definitely. But,
Should
yeah.
be. We'll find out. That's why I had to change it. Well, I had to change what's underneath my name, like right here, because
I didn't even notice.
the one on my cell phone is one thing, so it's like written one thing, but it doesn't, I guess, save it on everything. So the last time I used this, like the whatever this one is for my tablet, it was like Bayern Ryan Mia San Mia, and I'm like, that's fucking stupid to put in there. You know what I'm saying? On a Bayern thing, that's just dumb. So, and because it's Tom, he made me the most hated man for like 12 hours. And then this morning, like LAFC, because everybody that's either on the video or about to join the video, there's going to be a lot of MLS talk, so you're just going to have to fucking get used to it because that's what Tom specializes in. But LAFC played LA Galaxy yesterday. Well, LA Galaxy won. Well, somebody decided to put like on a thing of, they were like, well, you look at the fans and they're holding like flares and stuff like that, right? And they were like, would you imagine that I told you 6 months ago that this would be fans from LA and it would be the Galaxy? I said, fucking Galaxy's not from LA. They're from Carson. So Carson, California, not LA. Well, that's 43 minutes outside of LA. Well, so she jumps on there and she's like, oh, well, the geography thing is just so tired. I was like, man, get the fuck out of here. My jokes are fucking tired. Who cares? So I was like, you know what? I don't ever engage with this chick. She doesn't follow me. So I'll unfollow her because it's, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter to me, right? Follow, unfollow. I don't live my life based on metrics of how many people think I'm interesting or not. So I unfollowed her. And like 10 seconds after that happened, what's the first thing she's like? She's like, oh, so instant unfollow, huh? You don't even fucking follow me. Who the fuck cares? You have one less follower. Who, on what planet does this fucking matter? We don't engage online besides me doing like a tire joke. So obviously the tire joke for my amusement, because I thought it was funny. Being an LAFC fan, it's funny to LAFC fans. Fucking nonce bags. Tired of these stupid bastards. Frankfurt got Kitty. Okay, Frankfurt got who gives a shit. Frankfurt's also about to get Robin Kanaka. How about that? How's that work for you? Got fucking skitty like anybody gives a shit.
Isn't that the CDM?
Yeah, I think that's who that is. Okay. Skitty. That's what I think every time his name comes on. It's like Skitty.
Sounds like you're calling for a cat.
That's pretty much what it sounds like. Fucking Frankfurt. Daniel, we know nobody gives a shit about Frankfurt. Fuck Frankfurt. Your airport sucks. That's what I think about Frankfurt. But no, we will be having Tom Bogert on at some point whenever Tom decides to show up. But since today is the opening day of MLS transfers, that's what's going to take him a little while to get here.
Yeah. Has anything big happened yet? Or?
I mean, you still have like the messy fucking horse shit and fucking Sergio Busquets. I think they're Inter Miami made a pitch for what's his fucking name?
Luis Suarez?
No, fuck Suarez. For Sergio Ramos, they made an attempt or an offer to Iniesta. I mean, it's like, hey, we suck. Why not bring back to 2006 fucking Barca team at fucking 93 years old? Maybe we can sell a couple overpriced fucking tickets. Maybe we can get a point here or there, but we still fucking suck. We're just trying to money grab your ass at this point. And that's the thing. If fans can't look and see, like, okay, you've got a butt ass old fucking Messi. You've got a shit ass old Iniesta. Older than shit, fucking believably talent dropped Sergio Ramos. And a fucking Sergio Busquets that's old as a bag of dog shit. You're going to bring them in to the MLS that is trying to get out of that persona of retirement league. You're literally bringing in guys that are retired, that have no business playing, period, let alone playing on one team in the MLS.
Tom's in here. Do you want to put him in?
Yeah, go ahead and bring him on. Because we can't waste Tom's time over here.
What's going on, guys?
I made sure that I put under my little thing over here after our Twitter stuff. I'm the most hated man because obviously that $1.99 is what's keeping you from poverty, I guess. Sweet Jesus, I did not expect that to go downhill so fast.
Yeah, me neither. I'd say that you started by saying that there wasn't any interest in doing that, so I think that's where people got mixed up.
Well, and the thing was, it's like if you could only see like what we were doing in the DMs as everybody was like burning the house down. Me and Tom's like, holy shit, we were not expecting it to go that way. But then I was like, thank you for the engagement because it ended up being over 300,000. Now, granted, I'm 300,000 in the deep of hating me. But I mean, I guess I'm that guy that can pay for Twitter, but not the Athletic. And I was like, eventually, I was like, people, do you understand that I paid for the Athletic? And they're like, oh, that doesn't change anything. I was like, yeah, it kind of does.
That was the whole joke.
So, but yeah, and then when everybody was like, oh, he's got a blue check, he pays for Twitter. I was like, oh, fuck it, do it again. Because I mean, the thing is for people like me and Liam, we don't have the massive following that you do. And the thing is like for us to be able to have that, 30,000 characters to be able to type out on there and be able to post full HD video up to 10 minutes. Yeah, that's a major thing for us. But everybody's like, oh, you just love Elon. No, I hate him and his shitty cars. But everybody, this is Tom Bogert, the MLS, and I'll say it, the MLS version of Fabrizio Romano. Okay, with less. Tom actually wants to be a journalist. Fabrizio wants to be like a fucking influencer. So, but yeah, Tom's the guy for everything MLS. You just won the World Soccer Talk Best Writer Award.
Yeah.
You're welcome for the nomination.
Oh, you nominated that? Worse. That's very nice.
I was the nomination, but the cool thing was like I nominated you, I nominated the Bayern View, and pretty much everybody I nominated finished in the top 2.
Look at you go.
I was like,
see,
I know what I'm talking about. But but I know today is a busy day for you because it's MLS opening day or opening of a transfer window.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what we were talking about before you got here was the utter stupidity of Inter Miami of trying to put together the 2006 Barcelona squad in 2023. I mean, I get the Messi idea. I understand that part. I think it's weird how with his finances and stuff with Inter Miami, it's like, oh, well, Apple's going to pay this much. Adidas will pay this much. Inter Miami's on the hook for this much. But then when you throw in a Busquets, who really doesn't bring anything to Inter Miami besides a name, an Iniesta, who does he really bring anything to make Inter Miami better? I mean, in your opinion, doesn't Iniesta, a
Iniesta
Busquets, or
wouldn't.
Ramos?
So Iniesta and Ramos doesn't make any sense to me. Alba
Okay.
makes a little bit more sense to me, but still not a ton. But like, so off the top, they're going to be linked with anybody who's ever played with Lionel Messi ever before. So I just be careful with stuff. So obviously Busquets is happening, and I was dubious on Jordi Alba until today. I reported that they're more and more confident that would happen. I will say, in defense of those two signings, that Busquets played every minute for Spain at the World Cup 6 months ago, and Jordi Alba played every minute for Spain even 2 weeks ago, right? So these are still, again, whether they're suited to MLS or not is another question, and how they might age is another question. But I think that we are a little quick to be kind of overlooking their current quality rather than like again, Busquets isn't 29 anymore, but that doesn't mean that at 34 years old he's not, or 35 now.
Well, yeah, I mean, I get that. I mean, but the thing is like, it's does he bring that quality of a Bastian Schweinsteiger that's good for a year before he starts completely disintegrating, or like an Insigne who still really hasn't gotten into his own or gotten comfortable in Toronto. You see flashes of it here or there, but it's not put together. Then you've got the Bernadeskis that you can see he's amazing quality, but as of like last night, you can see that he the MLS political thing of like the coaches and owners and stuff, he's not really feeling that. That's what it seems like, because I've never seen a player lash out in the media as much as he has in that small period of time. Or you've got a Shaqiri who, I love Shaqiri to death.
Me too.
Hasn't done a fucking thing.
No.
If anything, Chicago's gotten worse in that position with Shaqiri, and that's I don't want to say that because maybe Jamie might be watching and he'll take my press thing away where I can't interview any more of his players, and Kamara is kind of good, but Jamie, if you're listening, yes, Shaqiri was a terrible fucking idea. I like what you're aiming for, but I don't think it's going to work out that well for him.
That's the thing. Man, like, so people were questioning the Shaqiri signing. I think when it happened, but like, and I'm a Liverpool fan, so like I have a soft spot for Shaqiri as well. But like, I don't know, man. There's something like he doesn't shoot from distance, which is really weird considering how good he is from distance. So like, I don't know if there's something still going on with him physically or not. But like, I don't like. Again, it hasn't worked out. So revisionist history, like the correct side is that it hasn't been great. It hasn't been worth it. But like, I don't know. I still defend the signing because like there's a world in which he came and was just like fucking awesome, But
and he's still like Insigne. He can change. Like he changed the game against Charlotte like on an instant. He's still a little ball of muscle that'll ball you over, but I mean it's one of those things of, can he do it on a constant basis? And I mean, yes, inside the comment section, I'm pretty sure it's filled with fucking Messi this, Messi that, Messi this, Messi that. That's the big talk of the MLS and stuff. But for me personally, seeing the MLS, seeing the players that are actually on Miami, I kind of feel bad for Messi coming to that shit heap of a team. But I also felt bad for Joseph Martinez for going to that shit heap of a team. Do you think that it's just from what you've seen over, like, say, the past year and a half, that was possibly something that was in the Messi thing was something that was in the works for a long time, and they kind of were, I don't want to say building to it, but
absolutely. No, you're right.
Devolving down to kind of be able to create the space and in the TAM money and GAM money and all that shit.
Yeah. Okay. So like that's the thing with this Miami team is that they were hamstrung a little bit with transfer sanctions. They lost, I think it's 1.3 million in allocation money last year and this year, and that's significant for a roster building. And for Messi, they were holding open a spot to sign him, and they were holding open room to sign Busquets, and tried to retain as much flexibility as possible for these other signings. So going into the season, they weren't like pushed all in with, all right, we're using every available resource we can, because they had to hold it for this. On the others, in addition to that, their best player for me is Gregory, central defensive midfielder. He got hurt 4 games in, or 2 games in, whatever it was, and he's been out. He should be back in a month and a half. And then probably their second best, or one of their other best players, is John Mota, got hurt about a month later. Mm-hmm. So it's not only that they were holding roster spots open, but it was not only that they were holding that DP spot, not only the transfer sanctions, not only injuries.
Okay, like so it just together, compounded on top of everything. Yeah. Okay. Now, do you see them making a run towards the end of the season?
Look,
I mean we'll hold Messi to a different side. Just when they get those guys back, do you think they can make a run? Because it doesn't look like in the East, fucking Toronto doesn't look like they want to win anything.
No, I mean, so they're 9 points below the line. They have 2 more league games before Messi comes. So they could be anywhere between 9 and 13, or give or take, whatever. Like, that's a lot to make up in 12 games. But on the other side, it's still Lionel Messi. And if Gregory does come back, like, they're optimistic, maybe it'll be earlier. Like, I don't know how many more games he'll miss, because the league will be off for the Leagues Cup. So if Gregory comes back for that first MLS game after the Leagues Cup, and Messi's there, and Busquets and Alba, then, like, I'm not putting it past them to make up 10 points. I mean, it's not. I don't know if it's necessarily likely, but, like, I don't know if I want to be on the side of history of doubting Lionel Messi and this thing to finish 9th in MLS, right? Like 9th in the East, let alone. So I don't know.
I mean, for me, like, yes, I live in Charlotte. I go to Charlotte games and interview the other team. So for my thing is yes, I'd love to see Messi and all those guys up there. Hey, for me, that does nothing but interview the away guys. That's great. Knowing damn well the MLS ain't going to let me within 40 feet of any of those damn players. So, like, I've already sent Inter Miami the list. I was like, I want Joseph Martinez and DeAndre Yedlin. That's it. Just those 2. And they're like, somebody sent me one back and was like, that's all you're going to ask for? I was like, yes, because I know I'm not stupid. I know damn well you're not going to let any of those other guys talk to anybody that has anything less than 20 million gazillion impressions. You know what I'm saying? It just ain't gonna happen. No. Flipping to the West, LAFC, because they've got a red and gold football with Bayern Munich. So we've got kind of that city group kind of feel. With you being the transfer guru, man, for MLS, have you heard literally them doing anything as far as signing a striker that's actually a fucking striker, or adding any depth that's not already at their academy?
Is it LAFC, right?
Yeah. Because I mean, they still have a DP spot for a DP striker, but it doesn't look like they give 2 shit. I guess they think Carlos Vela is a striker, which he's not and never has been. But it's cute that they think that. But I mean, that's one big hole that I personally see with him is that guy. Because Dennis Bwanga can only do so much from a left wing spot. His fast start kind of hid the fact that they don't have a striker. But now, because they've played 50 games to this point through all of those other competitions and all that mess, it's getting to the point where the players are just beaten to shit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, do they add depth? Do you see them adding a DP somewhere?
Yeah, I'm surprised that, honestly, they didn't hit a wall earlier. Like, the fact that they were picking up points earlier in the season was pretty impressive. But yeah, I definitely see them adding this summer. Look, like, logically, you'd say that you'd spend that DP spot on a center forward. But this team, they've pretty consistently just had the strategy of just the best deal, the best player, whatever it is. Like, we're not going to necessarily... Like, I don't know, last year they signed Bwanga after they signed Gareth Bale. Like, they then Christian Tello. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they didn't necessarily need more wingers. Like, when they signed, they spent $8 million, I think, on Brian Rodriguez, when they already had Diego Rossi and Carlos Vela. So I'd assume, and I'd suggest that they should sign a center forward or you know, maybe an attacking type of midfielder with that last DP spot. But, like, I think that if the best player that they think fits is a winger, I think that they'll do a winger, because Carlos Vela is out of contract at the end of the season too, so they could have who knows
Okay.
what'll happen there. But yeah, so I don't know. They're difficult to kind of assume. So I'm very very curious to see what they do.
Now, what about say the group down the road, the Tepper Army? Um, does Charlotte FC actually get a left back, or do they keep trying to pretend Brant Bronico can play fucking anywhere? Let's be honest. Play
They're
fucking anywhere.
definitely working on a left back. They definitely have identified that. I don't know what like the salary cap looks like because like when they signed Scott Arfield, like part of that deal being so attractive was that it was a free transfer and like obviously it's everything that comes with it, but that they were able to get him without a transfer fee. So I'm not sure and like what they have kind of earmarked for left back, but that's definitely their top target, like their top priority this summer.
Now, outside of the MLS, what other groups and stuff do you like to cover versus are assigned by the Athletic? Because I don't really know how the Athletic works as far as like, you know what I'm saying? For TST, it was Cardenas and Pablo,
Right.
and you know what I'm saying? You were somewhere else. So I don't know how they assign anything. So outside of the MLS, which other stuff do you cover the most or like to cover, but they don't give it to you?
So Felipe and Pablo, even before I started at the end of April with the Athletic, and Felipe and Pablo, I had already had that like planned. Like so that was something that I would have been interested in too, but they were on that way ahead of me, and they did an awesome job. Like just reading their stuff was great. So yeah, it comes down to just like pitching it and having ideas and interests. Yeah, so for me, like a lot of that's just around MLS, just from everything that I have to do and things where I know my strengths are. So in a work capacity, pretty much just MLS national team, and larger like transfer stuff. But like personally, I'm a huge Liverpool fan. I haven't really missed a game for like a decade. You know, like it's
cover Liverpool.
we have James Pierce. We're good, and I do like having that as just to be a fan because you know it is nice to like not worry about.
Now, do y'all? So I mean, do y'all have like a call, I guess a call sheet or something like that where you can call like the Liverpool guy and be like, hey, give me a little information?
Yeah, I get we Slack is the I don't know if you use Slack or not, but yeah, so that. But yeah, then I've been reading James Pierce forever, so it was pretty cool when to be a coworker of his now.
Because like while we were at TST, Cardenas and Pablo were up there covering that, and like I instantly told him, I was like, I don't subscribe to the Atlantic. There's one reason why: your Bayern coverage is lackadaisical shit. I was like, if I want to get Bayern news, it's the Bavarian football works, or you know what I'm saying, or the Mia San Mia group. But the thing is like getting to know them and stuff. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna subscribe eventually, and then left, and then it's one of those things. Life happens, and you kind of forget to do that. That's why I didn't do it. But so like when Pablo comes on, and I guess when the Athletic had fired people, and I was like, don't fire these three. He's like, oh, so you want to say that, but you're not going to subscribe? I wanted to type back. I'm like, dude, do you remember in Cary, North Carolina, when I told you your Bayern coverage sucks? And it's not any of your three fault. It's the Athletic's fault. Go hire the guys from Bavarian Football Works, and then then you're good to go. But it was just one of those things that was like after that whole thing of me not paying for it, I was like, dude, is it really like that big? Because like I remember originally when the Athletic had started coming out with content, everybody was like that. They were like, oh, I'm not paying for that shit. What the hell? And now it's like, okay, now they're, you know what I'm saying? Like the thing is the Athletic, once you do subscribe to it, the stories and stuff that are on there that aren't just like breaking news stuff, like the in-depth stuff, like what Cardenas and Pablo wrote about TST and stuff like those are aspects and avenues that nobody else really has outside of, I guess, the Player Tribune, I guess, would be the closest thing to that.
I mean, I know I sound like a company man, but even before I was at the Athletic, I viewed the Athletic as the gold standard, and that like the quality and the depth that we're able to do is I don't know, being able to see it from the inside and like see how you know the end product gets there. It's just it's quality, man. Like those guys, Felipe, Pablo, Paul Tenorio, it's incredible.
How far did the Athletic kind of make a jump once, like, say, SB Nation got rid of all of their outlets? It felt like you went from like hearing like, okay, well, this news came from blah 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 SB Nation, and then it was like, okay, now it's somebody that may have used to work for SB Nation that now works for the Athletic, and it's the same information now. It's coming from y'all, and then you saw the Athletic and saw it more and more and more and more. I mean, like, y'all are outdoing goal.com. Well, I mean, I'm just saying based off of like what I've seen.
Yeah, no, I mean, the SB Nation stuff sucks. I wish that didn't happen, but I don't think that there's a correlation here.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, from the Bayern stuff that I would see, you would see that type of stuff from them. Now, my question to you is, the Athletic or Sky Sports? Which one's more accurate? Because the reason... Hold on. Well, it's because, like, yesterday we had a discussion on like tier lists as far as like, is such and such person a top tier person? Is this person or this guy or this outlet a tier 1, tier 2 garbage tier, whatever? And the thing is I kept trying to tell everybody, yes, Fabrizio Romano comes out with great stuff, but there are guys out there that get the information out way before him. It's not his name attached to it, so it gets forgotten. And the one that was brought up in the comment section is the Athletics, David, how do you say his name?
David Ornstein. Yeah, Ornstein.
Yeah. And he's the one that came up about, what, Liam, 20 times down there?
Yeah.
And they were like, he's the guy that comes up with it. You look at his timeline, it's there an hour before you get that, here we go, whatever. And I was like, yeah, it's people like him, people like you that are more of the boots to the ground, straight to the thing. You know what I'm saying? You're not trying to be Stephen A. Smith or Pat McAfee. You want the fan to get the information, you know what I'm saying? Either way. I mean, even though you do have the Pat McAfee thing going down. But the thing is it's like, when people are asking me, name some people that are on that list, and you were on that list. Felipe Cardenas was on that list. Pablo's on that list. And then when I started thinking about it after the show, I was like, I named an awful lot of people that work for the Athletic. Then I started thinking about it. I was like, I used to give them people hard times, but now when I'm starting to think on it, I'm like, shit. Okay. Yeah. So, but I mean, how does it make, now that you work for the Athletic, how does it make you feel knowing, like, to be associated with that brand and what its level is, and knowing your level is up there with it, like being a perfect match? How does that make you feel now that you're associated with the Athletic?
Fucking awesome. Like, honestly, like, I don't know, like when they first kind of reached out about potentially bringing me on, like, that was really humbling because, like, again, I view them, like, I don't know, when I was breaking in, like, I don't know, I think I started with MLS 5 years ago. So, like, the Athletic was kind of just about to be getting established. And, like, Paul Tenorio was their first hire. And, like, I still view Paul in, like, a different stratosphere as me. So it's just, like, to see, to like, again, for them to have called me, I was just like, wow, like, this is wild. Like, what are you calling me for? Like, you have Tenorio and all these other guys. Like, so, yeah, it was really humbling, and it was really, really cool. And again, like, a lot of internal pressure to try to maintain that standard and to not feel like a fraud around those guys. So yeah, that's how it goes for me. But yeah, I feel really humbled.
Yeah, because I mean, it's when you start looking at the name, and that's the thing that hit me last night was like, holy shit, when you start looking at the names and who they work for. Now, granted, the ones for like Bayern Munich and stuff like that, you've got the Christian Falks and the Philip Kesslers and all of them that work at TZ Munich and Kicker and all that stuff. But when you start looking at like a lot of even EPL type breaking news, it's coming from the Athletic before it comes from a Sky News or something like that. And I mean, literally the only one, Liam, what was it that I brought up that wasn't an athlete? Oh, Jim White was literally the only one that I could remember off of TV because of the yellow tie and all that kind of stuff on
Yeah.
transfer day. But the thing is even if you watch him, he's reporting on stuff from athletic reporters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now, is the Athletic the biggest? Because this is just something that I personally want to know. Is it the biggest, like, I don't want to say collaboration, but biggest network of sports writers, like, period?
I think so, right? Like, because there's a bunch of phenomenal writers that don't work for us, and like obviously, but I think to your point of just like you said, the collection or whatever the phrasing is like, I don't know, man. Like, it's when we're like, if we're doing a story, I forget. I was like reporting on Georgi Petrovic and like Manchester United's captain, and it was just like 3 minutes later, we're talking to David Ornstein or somebody that from that can talk to people at Manchester, or like I was I'd heard that Tim Weah to Juventus was getting close, and 5 minutes later, I'm talking to James Horncastle, who's like a expert and like insider for Italian soccer, like at the Athletic. So I mean, just the network and combination of what we're able to do is pretty sweet and it's pretty unique.
Now, since you're a U.S. men's national team guy, I'm going to ask you about two different players. And no, they're not any of those clowns that play at Leeds or any of that kind of mess. Where do you see a placement for Chris Richards right now?
I'd like
to. Do you
to
see him as a starting center back, or do you see him moving towards like maybe a wing back? Because he played left wing back at Bayern, left back at Bayern, and did pretty well there. Now, granted, is he better than Serginho Dest? Not in that position, but he's for me, he's a better defender than Dest is.
No, for sure.
Just going forward, he just damn sure ain't.
No,
but
he's a center back.
Do you see him as like a starting center back over maybe a Miazga or a Zimmerman, or does Carter Vickers start over him? How does that? That's if Chris stays healthy. We'll put it that way. That's a big issue.
And I think he's super talented, and like I think that he's a starting caliber center back for the national team, even right now. Like I think that he has the potential to be easily the best center back. But like I don't know, for me, like I really like the combination of Zimmerman and Miles Robinson. But like if you started Chris Richards ahead of either one of them, like I think the three of them are the top three for me, and then there's kind of a drop off to everybody else. But
and the other one would be Taylor Booth. I mean, now that we're seeing him going from the Utek or whatever it is, the small little team, going from there, and he's rumored to go where to Man United, right? Is the one that's rumored for him. So, do you see a way for him to go to the U.S. men's national team?
Yeah, I think it was really encouraging that he got called up like while like playing for Utrecht, and like not disrespectful to Utrecht at all. I didn't like he wasn't like somebody who had like a proven track record yet, but like he was having a breakout season, so I thought that they might either wait a little while or find a different time to bring him up. So it was cool to see him with the national team. I'm very curious to see where he'll go this summer. I think that he's proved, and I think Utrecht knows that he's kind of ready for the next step, and they're going to cash in, which is great because they helped give him this platform. So yeah, I think it all depends on where the next move is, because there's so many players. Like off the top of my head, Brian Reynolds went to Roma when he like looked like he was the next young right back for the national team, and then he didn't get any play. So he's back on track now, but at first, like it took him a little while because he wasn't playing at Roma. So it depends on, and same thing with Ricardo Pepi. He went to Augsburg, wasn't really playing, and it kind of took him off track for a little while. So yeah, I'm curious to see where Taylor Booth will go. Georgi Mihailovic went to AZ Alkmaar, which I liked, like a team like that for Taylor Booth. I think like one of the top teams in the Netherlands, but we'll see.
Yeah, because we all knew Ricardo Pepi wasn't going to play in Augsburg. Just say. All right, and I know we've got you for just a couple more minutes. Liam, go ahead and do the two screens thing. Now you're into my world. This is the content I like to make.
Cool.
Because you're a big star. We're going to go ahead and do it's the halftime of Byron Ryan portion. Basically, two questions for you. Okay, it's the same questions I asked to all the athletes. I sent you the link, so at least you can study up. Basically, and with a writer, it's crazy to be able to say this to you. There are millions and millions of people that look at your work on a weekly basis. And I didn't quite grasp that until that one tweet, and I was like, "Holy shit, this dude has some power." But 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 how does it make you feel that even just being a writer, that a sports writer, a sports journalist, that even your stories can affect fans to a point where a news break or transfer rumor or something like that from you can just completely turn their day, their week around? How does it make you feel knowing that just one of your articles can just turn somebody from like a dark spot to having, if you wrote something about Bayern and say it was something great, right? That could turn somebody from being at that very, very dark point, like the borderline taking your own life type stuff, to making it better. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that's what a lot of people did for me when I was going through that type of stuff. So how does it make you feel knowing that like something you write could do that for one of your readers?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't quite thought of it in that way, and that's, I don't know, it's crazy to me, honestly. Like, again, I try not to take myself too seriously or whatever. Like you said, I do realize that, with some followers and people, like, I'm proud that I'm looked at as like an authority on transfers, and I appreciate that people trust me now and give me the benefit of the doubt given kind of my track record. Yeah, it's again, it's really humbling. Like, I'm at the absolute bottom end of the totem pole. Like, I'm much smaller than all the people I cover and all that, and the stories even that I talk about, like, like without all of this ecosystem around, like, nobody would care. And again, I'm still at the very bottom, but like, I don't know, man, a couple times when, like, every few weeks I get recognized somewhere, which is, I don't know, it's just something that is wild to me. It's never going to get old when it happens. I'm always very happy and like that people, give a shit. Like, so I don't know, I'm very humbled. And it's like, I was going for a run yesterday. Someone like recognized me and I was like, wow, like, that's pretty fucking wild. And like, hey, like, it, even less so from being happy that somebody, cared enough to say, hey, what's up? It's just like, oh, like, you can vouch that I actually went for a run today. That's pretty cool. nobody would have believed it.
Oh Lord, Tom's actually seen grass. Now we're gonna do the last part, and you can take as little or as much time as you want. For those same fans that look to you, and your writings and your rumors and all that kind of stuff that motivates them, we're gonna give you a chance to do what writers rarely get to do: be the motivator. So we're gonna give you time to go ahead and just motivate the people that read your stuff and that kind of stuff, because it's hard for when you're assigned to MLS, this, that, and the other. You can't really do a lot of motivational speech stuff, so we'll give you the chance to motivate. Go for it.
But I don't know, what is the task? What am I motivated just to do stuff?
Just motivate them to get through the second half of their day, their week, their month, their year, just
Okay.
to motivate them. Yeah. We'll do this: motivate the next Tom Bogert, the next journalism guy that wants to follow in your footsteps. That may make it easier for you.
Yeah, that helps. The direction. I'm not creative enough. Yeah. So for people to that kind of want to do this, be ready to run through a wall of no's. Be ready to continue to step up to that opportunity, to have the chance. You're going to get 95% of no's. There will be a point where if somebody even responds to you to tell you no, that's going to be a very good day, because that means that somebody at least responded and read what you said and considered it and then said no. Because all it takes is that one email, that one text, that one phone call, that one opportunity that changes everything. In this business, there's a lot of luck, but it's hard work to get yourself ready for that lucky break. And when you have that opportunity, you have that moment, to take it and to keep taking it, and to keep not taking it for granted if you ever do get it, because getting there is very hard, but staying there is even harder. So just know that as long as you have that motivation, that desire, that work rate, that'll take you far.
Hey, and to cap that off with, look at me on Twitter. Don't do what I do. If you want to be like him, don't be like me. Because it's
You're
better
doing pretty
when
well
people
yourself. Don't worry.
when people like him, because people like him, they don't like me. So, but the good thing was and Tom, it was good that we could get you on here. I've wanted to have you on for a while, but couldn't really catch your eye on anything as far as like how I can figure out how to get this going. So I was like, well, maybe I can ask him about the Messi thing. And then when the opportunity came, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna play 3D chess.
So
I'm gonna.
you grasped it. You
I,
it was bravo. Honestly,
I was
you.
like, because if it goes crazy, then I'll have a reason to message him, and he'll be like, "Oh, dude, that went crazy." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, now we gotta get you on the show." And then he's like, "Well, I
Very
owe you." I was
optimistic.
like, you don't really owe me, but it would be
A little
really
bit.
cool if you did."
No, I'm glad the way it worked out. Most
Oh
people
yeah.
would have just blocked me.
Oh hell no. Well, and see, that was the thing with me was I was expecting like 1,000 blocks, which I probably have, but they didn't follow me in the first place. And that was the coolest thing was like everybody was like, "Oh, you're a content creator, but yet you're not paying him." I was like, all my content's free, so I have literally nothing. I don't know what it's like to get paid for content. I was like, I would love to be able to charge $1.99 for my content, but I'd have to pay people $1.99 to witness my content.
Nah, man, it's good stuff. Keep up the great shit.
And if you're whenever you come through for a Charlotte FC game, let me know. We'll find you in the press box somewhere. I'd say dinner's on me, but Tepper pays for all that. So
perfect. Good works for
we'll
me.
get
I'll catch
we'll
you
get
out
a
there.
beer afterwards.
Perfect. Keep looking forward to it. All right.
All right, man.
Out.
I appreciate
Cheers, guys.
Hey, it turned out good.
Was that all right?
That works.
I didn't know if I clicked it the wrong time.
No, you're good. Hold on. What is all this? Yeah, I couldn't click on anything because my fingers are all tacky. You know what I'm saying? Like when it's humid outside and you try to scroll up on a tablet and your fingers kind of like stick. I didn't want it to like hang up. So everybody that was in the comment section and stuff, I apologize if I missed anything. No, that wasn't Philip Kessler, but I will message Philip Kessler and get him on here. Why the hell not? Philip Kessler's with TZ Munich, and his stuff really kind of goes through a few other newspapers in the Munich area as well. But hopefully everybody liked hearing from Tom.
Yeah,
I understand it was MLS heavy.
yeah.
And I know a lot of people
That's
outside the US.
Is, though, isn't it? That's his
Yeah.
specialty. So
he specializes in the U.S. men's national team and the MLS. And as we found out yesterday, Ryan's not going to talk about the U.S. men's national team. But we ended up flipping that back around to the U.S. national team with the two former Bayern men that were U.S. men's national team players, as far as Taylor Booth and Chris Richards. Let me see if I can use this thing, if this thing does anything. Let's see. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, yeah. I got this little pin that comes with my tablet. So now I can scroll without even having to touch the screen. Look at that. Let's see if anybody...
We wanted to get into the thing. We'll do some comments, and then I wanted to try. I know you said not to, but I wanted to try that thing where we go into a different stream.
Lord freaking Jesus. Put it up for everybody else and see if they want to do that dumbassness.
So when I end this one, everyone literally goes straight in to the other one. I do have to send you the link though, so there's the link. Did you want to go through some of these comments first?
Yeah, let's go through the comments, and I mean we can just everybody just stay here. Don't go on the other thing. We'll test that BS out later. We'll just make this man have to actually go edit some videos. Let's see. So we got no one cares if you don't like Messi. He's still the GOAT. Who the fuck are you talking about, Daniel? Who doesn't like Messi? What the fuck is y'all talking about? Y'all really got to stop having so many conversations in the comments because y'all got me lost. I don't know who in the hell y'all are talking about. All right, we'll just go to the front. Let's see. Saudi League is a new MLS. No, actually, it's not. Saudi League is going to be closer to the former Chinese Super League than it is anything else. So what is this? Do a swap deal of who is that? Vlahovic for Mane. What do you think, Liam? Swap deal for Vlahovic Mane?
I'd do it, but I don't think Juventus would want to take Mane with his wages.
Well, my thing on that is, and it's like we said before, before the show started and everything, was as of the Harry Kane fucking nonsense, right? With the Harry Kane nonsense, you're looking at Daniel Levy's entourage has basically said no to pretty much everything. And they've already said Bayern's going to bleed or whatever the heck you want to whatever.
To get him.
Yeah, it's going to have to bleed to get him. Well, the thing is what everybody needs to start understanding with that is Daniel Levy is straight up saying, I am not selling Harry Kane no matter what in the hell you people come up with, unless you come up with some astronomically crazy number. But like we had said earlier, with that 73 million euro bid that we did plus add-ons for Harry Kane, we'd already have Vlahovic pretty much through the door.
Yeah.
So the thing is Vlahovic for Mane? No. Just take Harry Kane's bullshit and use it on a player that we actually need. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Ryan, you don't want to talk to Messi and Rose Busquets. No, I don't want to talk to Messi because there's not going to be a chance for me to talk to him. The MLS isn't going to allow me to get even remotely close enough to them to, you know what I'm saying, to even get an interview.
Yeah.
If you don't have like ESPN or Apple TV Tom Bogert's a big, big, big name in the MLS space. I could argue that he might not even have a chance to actually speak to Messi. It's that big of a thing. So yeah, it's not that I wouldn't interview Messi because I'd love to do that. That for me would be, you know what I'm saying, that interview alone would probably warrant 1 million views. But the thing is they're not going to give me that chance. Honestly, I don't give a shit about that chance, but with the MLS take Maguire. Okay. I wish we could get Taylor on here to talk about. Okay. Well, my thing is everybody shits on Maguire, but the thing, you've got to look. The dude's not as bad as people are fucking making him out to be. He's not as terrible as fans are gonna make him out to be. He's nowhere close to that bad. Y'all got to quit shitting on that guy. He's still very adequate for a lot of teams. You wouldn't be saying that shit if he played for, you know what I'm saying, City and was doing amazingly. He still did better than Virgil van Dijk this season. Not a fan of Liverpool. Okay, you ain't got to be a fan of Liverpool. Whatever, like him or not, don't be an ass. Say someone's opinion doesn't matter, but yours does. Okay, y'all shut the hell up. See, this is the reason why I absolutely have no goddamn reason to bring up Messi's stupid fucking name. Because it's shit like this every damn time. People get in the comments section of any video or anything, and they go back and forth of, I don't like him, he sucks, blah, 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 blah. We don't give a shit. Fuck Messi. He doesn't play for Bayern. I'm not an Inter Miami fan. I'm not a Barcelona fan. I'm damn sure not a PSG fan. So I don't really give a shit. If I interview Messi, it's not because of any of that shit. It's because he could motivate fans. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. Other than that, I don't give a shit. Honestly, I could give two shits about fucking interviewing that piece of crap anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not really going to bring anything to my channel of any fucking value, unless it's to Barcelona fans. You know what I'm saying? But the thing on the flip side of that, it's going to be that thing of, you know what I'm saying, Liam. If you bring Messi on your show, does the value outweigh the fucking fanboys of Ronaldo that are going to jump in your chat and just spam the shit out of it? You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it's not even worth that effort, because I don't want that fucking horse cockery under my videos. Appreciate Liam and Ryan. Don't lie, Bo, you lying fucking bastard. Liam may be your MVP, but you know damn well you don't like me. Henry's drunk. He didn't put an E after everyone. Let's see. Agreed. Maguire ain't all that bad. He just makes a couple mistakes. Yeah. I mean, the thing is he could start at a lot of mid-table EPL teams. He could start at a lot of mid-table Bundesliga teams. He could start at practically over half of the Italian league. He could start in over half of the probably pretty much all of the French league besides maybe PSG. I mean, let's not downgrade the fact that he still is a starting center back for the English national team.
Yep.
He's still the captain, right?
No, Kane.
Yeah, but Kane was on the team in 2018 and Maguire was the captain.
What, Maguire was the captain of England?
Yeah. In the 2018 World Cup he was. And no, Henry, he is not pretty bad. Give me a break with that nonsense. People think he's bad because you see his mistake videos. You see where he makes a mistake here or there. He was never the captain. Bullshit. God damn it. Hold on. I got my phone out now, you sons of bitches. Not Harry Mack. Who the fuck is Harry Mack? Oh, he's a freestyle rapper. English national football captains. Men's team. Let's go. Let's get out of the 1920s. He was a vice captain in 2018 for the FIFA World Cup. Harry Kane has been the main captain since 2018. But Harry Maguire has been a captain for the English national team. So, fuck you, Henry, dickhead.
Oh no, I didn't need something like that. I need to do that. That's what I want to do. Right.
And hell, Harry Maguire was captain of fucking Man City or Man United. So, yeah, y'all can kiss off with that fucking nonsense. Dickheads. What'd you do? Did you switch it over?
No, not yet.
Yeah, you better not. Leave it alone, fuck nuts. We've gone too far.
No, I'm gonna do an hour now. I'm gonna switch it.
Everybody in the chat say we've gone too far. We've gone too far. He is bad. Henry, shut up.
Bob's in the other stream laughing at you, by the way.
And Henry's sitting there saying, told you he wasn't. I just Googled it, and he said he was vice captain in 2018. Google, motherfucker. Fucking dipshit. I'm one thing. It's not a liar. I didn't say you were a liar. I said you're telling tall tales. Fibs. We'll say Fibs. Yeah, vice. It doesn't matter, fuck knuckles. Henry, vice captain is still a captain. Dickhead. Henry, I'm gonna stab you in the head, but I can't because your mama will send us damn mean emails. Keep fucking around, Ryan, and I'm gonna get your brother to come cut the. No, don't have that motherfucker come back over here. Fuck that nonsense. That boy fucked the grass up, son.
That or I'll have to start miming again.
You have to start your what?
Miming.
Yeah, don't fucking mime no more. Fucking moron ass. Let's see. Liam, you on 2 streams at once.
Yep.
Why are you doing this?
Doing what? It's scheduled. It's not even live.
Why is it scheduled? Just stay on this stream.
No, I've sent the link.
Stop
I've got graphic and everything for that one.
You got what?
A graphic. Look, Bob can see it now.
What in the fuck are you talking about? Oh, fucking nonce bag. You're a fucking nonce bag. Oh, hold on. Breaking news. Serge Gnabry has strengthened his position within the club's bosses following his decisive goals at the end of last season. Gnabry is expected to stay at Bayern Munich and has no intention to leave. Eat a dick. Every one of y'all in the chat was talking shit about Serge Gnabry. Fuck you. Fuck you. Bastards. Suck it. You bastards. No one cares what you have to say. You tater-headed motherfucker. Eat it, tater-head.
Right.
Did he call you a nonce bag? Fucking A right, I did. And I'll do it again. Who is Tom Bogert? Tom Bogert is an MLS journalist, and he has already been on Henry. You would know that if you showed up on time.
Shots fired.
Opinions on sane Ryan. Ryan's not sane. Ryan is insane. In the membrane. Insane in the brain. Oh, we can't do that. We'll get demonetized. Oh, that's right. We're not monetized because Dum over here wants to flipping kick people off of one stream and go to another stream.
Hey,
Stupid.
you're going to see how it works in a minute.
Hey, look. Trashar. He's here. Yay. Everyone say El Thashar. El. El. El Thashar. El. Tom Bogert is an MLS insider and writes for The Athletic. Hassan, if you showed up on time, you would know this. If y'all showed up on time, you would know this. What is this? Save from Brazil. We are the big official fan club of Bayern in America Latina. What in the hell does that even say? Bayern Brasilio. Let me guess, you used Google Translate, didn't you? That is crazy. I'm guessing you're talking about we are the biggest official fan club of Bayern Munich in Latin America, which is technically you're not if you're doing Latin America. You're the biggest possibly in South America, but I know you're not the biggest in Latin America. 100% know that for a fact.
Who's the biggest?
Biggest is FC Bayern Mexico.
Ah, okay.
He's got some close to 18,000 in his group. Like he is literally the biggest one I want to say that's outside of Germany, period. Like that is a massive fan club. When we were going up against the for the Bayern Fan Awards, that I was up for a community service thing for, they were the one that won. They beat me. So yeah, that is a massive, massive fan group. So, do you think our goal status for next season will be the same as this season? The fuck is goal status? What the hell does that even mean? Goal stat?
Yeah, I'm guessing you meant stats. Yeah.
I mean, it'll probably stay the same as of right now. Like as of right now, it stays the same.
Right, we've done an hour.
What is this? Acquired a Barco. What? See, look at that. Tom Bogert jumps off with us. You know what? First thing, the first thing he does is this. Tweets about an MLS player going from LAFC to CF Montreal. Literally 8 minutes ago. So yeah, no wonder he was like, "Hey, I gotta go, bro. I gotta go."
Stories quick.
Yeah, he's like, I got shits to do. All right, so you telling me I got to switch this horse cockery around?
Yeah, you just got to go on the new link. Everybody else will just go straight to that stream.
Well, that means you've got to send it to me on Twitter.
Okay.
I'm on a tab. I'm on a tablet, you ding dong.
Yeah, I can send it on Twitter. I'll do it now. So yeah, everybody else will go across. We don't have to worry about those. We go straight to it. All right, let me find you, Bayern Ryan. Right. Message. Cool. So yeah, guys, we're just going to go straight over. You don't have to worry about it. You're going to go straight over to the other stream, be in that chat, and then we're going to talk about the ESPN and what they put out, ranking the players. So yeah, let's go and do that now. See you over there.